1222 across the valley. If you are headed outdoors today, it's going to be windy just about everywhere in the valley, and that could be true again tomorrow. And there's a reason for that, and this, we'll call it the windy season. April is the windiest month on average across the valley. The average wind speed, this is data from Brownsville, the average wind speed overall, if you took up all the observations from day through night, it comes out to about 12.5 miles per hour. It's not counting the gusts, which are, of course, a lot higher than that. So a typical April day is usually fairly windy. At least there are a number of windy days. And then May is not too far behind it. That comes up next month. And March, which we just came out of, is third place on the list. And there's a reason for why the windiest months are in the spring, because a lot of times we have storm systems going by in the Midwest and to our north, and that kind of sucks up the air across the valley ahead of cold fronts and creates the windy conditions, which is what we have today. So wind speeds are running a little higher than average. 25 the current wind speed without the gust in Harlingen, 31 in Brownsville, and 28 in McAllen. Not quite as windy once you get a little farther west into Starr County, but the gusts everywhere, at least in the mid and lower valley, over 30 miles per hour. Not as gusty in Starr County, but a gust of 35 in Weslaco, 38 in Port Isabel. And those gusts could be right up there in about this range tomorrow, maybe a little less, but still a fairly breezy or windy Wednesday coming back too. And even after Wednesday, there are still some windier days too. Current temperatures are in the upper 70s and mid 80s, 85 in McAllen, 79 in Harlingen, 81 in Port Isabel. And through the day, the humidity's coming in off the Gulf. The dew points have been on their way back up. We were down in this nice comfortable range over the weekend, but now the humidity rising. Dew points are up in the mid 60s, may even make it into the low 70s by tonight and tomorrow. It will be a lot more humid if you're out there tonight and tomorrow going for a walk or run. Now, this is also kind of severe weather season when we get into the valley and Texas weather in the spring, but the biggest risk of severe storms tomorrow and tomorrow night going across central northern Texas. Again, an enhanced risk of severe weather across areas of Texas. If you put this on a scale, marginal would be like 1, and then up here high risk would be 5 if you think of it that way. Enhanced risk is kind of in the middle. We're technically out of the risk area. This color shading here is off the scale. This indicates mainly just non-severe thunderstorms possible, but a small chance there may be a couple showers or storms tomorrow night. But we'll have to see if the severe weather threat creeps a little bit closer. What's happening is when we look at this, a cold front is coming in from the west, ahead of it getting kind of breezy or windy across Texas. Clouds could fill the skies later tonight and tomorrow morning. You see 7 a.m. Wednesday kind of cloudy, and then during the day the clouds should break up some tomorrow with a partly sunny and slightly warmer day in some areas. Should stay dry tomorrow, but as the cold front gets close tomorrow night, you see showers and some storms well north of the valley, but on the tail end here, there might be just enough moisture and instability for a couple showers or storms to briefly come through. And here's the way it looks closer on Future Track. Breezy or windy this afternoon across the valley, and by tonight, clouds come in. There might be a couple sprinkles tonight. No heavy rain or anything, but maybe a little bit of drizzle or sprinkles. And then tomorrow, the clouds break up into a partly sunny afternoon, and then warm temperatures, breezy conditions. By tomorrow night, the clouds come back in at times, but notice here comes the cold front, which comes into the valley very late at night, even near sunrise on Thursday morning. And so as the front passes, you might have a brief period here for just a couple of hours where there could be a shower or storm. But you see, again, Future Track cuts everything off here, and it's all mainly north of the valley. But remember how it was about 10 days ago when we had those storms on the weekend morning? The storms just blew through very quickly Sunday morning, and then they were done. Might see something similar to that, but again, the better chance of storms are to the north. But behind it, the good news is it gets sunny and less humid. Some really gorgeous weather for Thursday and then Good Friday coming up. Today, your First 1-5 forecast, First 1-5 AccuWeather forecast, 86 today, partly sunny, still a little windy and getting more humid. South and southeasterly winds gusting up to about 35 to almost 40 miles per hour. By tonight, we're down into the 70s. Maybe a sprinkle or two tonight, but mainly clouds. And then tomorrow in your First 1-5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast, 88 tomorrow, 89 on Thursday. And again, it could be a little windy again behind that front, but the best chance of a shower or storm is late Wednesday night through about sunrise Thursday. And then Good Friday looks beautiful. Sunshine, warm in the afternoon, cool 50s in the morning. Could even be kind of cool Saturday morning. The humidity stays down Saturday, starts to rise on Easter Sunday, but highs still at least in the 80s. We'll keep tracking in your First 1-5 forecast here on Channel 5 News at noon.